Just walk around T Nagar. I give you 10 minutes. Tell me how many men and women you can find who have a flat stomach. They've made us so soft. We've become so soft. Do you know if a warrior clan walks into Chennai today and decides to destroy us, we are done. I will tell you the solution, but I might get into trouble for this. But I'm still going to do it because I find that today many people are afraid to have an opinion. They believe the lie told to them by corporates that something is gone. And we're all struggling with that now. How many of you can actually fight or run or hide? Men made a mistake.
Hello everybody. So today in conversation with us we have the orthopedic and sports surgeon Dr. Santhosh Jacob with us. Hello sir.
Hi.
How are you?
Vanakkam. I'm good. How are you guys?
Great. So before I get into anything about medicine, I want to know how come you're so fit at this age?
So I visited a temple in the Himalayas 2 years ago, and there's some water coming out of that temple. Okay. You collect that and you drink it every day, you start to look like me. What? You don't believe it's true? Okay. So let me tell you the hard truth, right? First thing I did was I reduced my alcohol intake because as doctors, you have a very stressful life. So you think it's okay to have a couple of drinks every day in the night. So like over years, I thought it's okay. And I had ended up having 1 or 2 drinks 4 days a week, which was really affecting me, because if you're drinking the next day morning, you're not fresh. It's a very honest truth. Everybody who drinks has to accept it. When you drink in the night, you're not at your best the next day. You're not at your best problem solving. You're not at your best with patience. You're not at your best with thinking creatively. You're angrier, you get irritated, and also you don't feel like exercising because whenever you have any addiction, especially alcohol is the commonest addiction, right? Everybody. It's quite sad that we are ignoring alcohol as a problem, just because it's very common. Yeah. So, like, the first major change which I did was I decided that I will not touch alcohol during the week. It was very hard to do initially, but somehow after 2 years, I am able to successfully do it, and I've been doing it for the last 8 months now. And my end goal is no alcohol even that one day of the week. Now I can manage that for 2 weeks. And as that happens, you have more time to focus on positive things because alcohol is a depressant. Alcohol is a depressant. So when you take a depressant to feel happy for some time during the night, after you sleep, first thing which affects is your depth of your sleep. You might fall asleep soon, but the quality of your sleep is very poor. So you don't end up fresh the next day. And also when you drink alcohol in the night, you feel like eating processed foods and sugary foods and fried foods in the morning. Okay? So like for me especially, right, it was really hard for me to accept that I have a problem. Because it's almost acceptable now. 2 drinks in the week is okay. 3 drinks is okay. Don't get drunk, right? I would say even drinking 1 glass of alcohol affects your performance the next day. So if you are feeling that you're not at your best, please go back into your life and see if you're stress drinking every day. I think that's the commonest issue which everybody is facing and why they are not able to do the things they want to do.
Right. But sir, you just mentioned a term called stress drinking. But what I see more commonly is stress eating. How do you think that is affecting the lifestyle of general people?
Oh, just walk around Nagar. I give you 10 minutes. Tell me how many men and women you can find who have a flat stomach. In 10 minutes, just go wherever you want. You won't even find 10. It's that difficult now. That is the effect of stress eating on human beings. Earlier we used to have a problem of deficiencies. Now all doctors are taught about problems of excess. Earlier it was protein deficiency, vitamin deficiency, vitamin C deficiency. Now it is obesity, sugar excess, diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol. So of course it is affecting everything. See, what happened is life became soft. When life becomes soft, we start to do things by remote. We think that human beings are elevated in life when we can rest and execute things. No, that's exactly the way to kill us, right? Human beings are at their strongest when they work hard towards achieving something which is meaningful to them. So right now, even going to the bank has become actually not meaningful. Let me explain this in a very clear manner. You're happy sitting at home, transferring an amount, and the work is done. But it used to be that you had to plan your day to go to the bank, talk to the manager, go there on time to get a parking, know your personal relationship manager, sit with the banker, go to the teller, buy it and come. It used to be that effort we took in order to do something financially for ourselves, even though it was hard and sometimes painful, there was meaning behind it. Right now, a lot of things which we do by remote, the meaningfulness which made the effort of being human, something is gone. And we're all struggling with that now.
Right. It's a hard truth that we have to accept. But, sir, you're generally, when we see personally also, you're such an energetic person. So, throughout the day, I guess you're full of that energy. So, how do you start your day? What's your morning ritual
I
like?
do what I think would be the hardest thing for me to do as soon as I wake up by choice. So I post my workout videos only 4 days a week, but I exercise 7 days a week. Yeah, they say, right? 2 days a week you have to take a break. I do. But on those days, I swim and I stretch, for an hour. Okay, those are also rests only for me. Yeah. So the whole idea here is you have to find a way to get addicted to real dopamine.
Real dopamine?
Yeah. I'll tell you the difference. It's so beautiful, right? So imagine human beings. You know how we used to find food for our families. We used to track and hunt. Track and hunt, which means for 2 days, no food at home. Okay? They had to go, they had to see where the animals were, chase the animals, form a team, and every small effort taken physically as a community towards an end goal gave them joy. You think all the hunts were successful? Then why the hell did we do it again and again? We did it because those times we had access to only real dopamine. Real dopamine is dopamine which is secreted when we take effort towards a goal. Now that is missing, right? The goal is so easily available. And we also have so many addictions now. You have food which is easily available. You don't even have to wait for somebody to hunt food and bring it. Now it's available on your phone. And like with Swiggy, you can order from 4 restaurants at the same time and then complain about one which came 5 minutes late. Because it was supposed to be the main dish and the dessert came first. It has happened around me and I'm like, oh my God. They've made us so soft. We've become so soft. Do you know if a warrior clan walks into Chennai today and decides to destroy us, we are done. We, how many of you can actually fight or run or hide? Yeah, so because now life is easy and there is no pertinent or imminent danger, weakness is okay. Lack of ability to run fast is okay. Lack of ability to hide is okay. That is, by hide, I mean climb trees or burrow yourself inside a tunnel. Lack of ability to fight is okay because you have law and order. Imagine if all this is taken away. We will find how horrible being soft is because we won't survive. And if you understand this, you will start to work on yourself like how I have started.
And we can very evidently see how healthy a lifestyle can be. And sir, talking about the food habits, like recently, as you said, Swiggy la, we can order from n number of restaurants.
Absolutely.
But what do you think our food habits should be, or rather, how do you think we can make it a healthy one?
I will tell you the solution, but I might get into trouble for this. But I'm still going to do it because I find that today many people are afraid to have an opinion, right? So I'm going to say it. Men made a mistake generations ago where they believed a lie told to them by corporates that their wives staying at home, cooking for them, taking care of the house, feeding their children was not as important as them going out and working. This lie was told over and over again to men, and stupid as we are, we believed it and we started to think that way. And so women are as intelligent as us, or I would think actually more intelligent, socially well constructed, socially much more smarter, right? So, for example, men really can go into a room and not understand which person is actually attracted to them or not, right? Women can do it instantly. Do you know that? You can go in a room and immediately size up. Okay, yeah, okay, I know. Men screw up so much. The only difference is that we are physically bigger, so our potential to do harder stuff is more. I'm not at all saying that women cannot be as good as men in physical things. What I'm saying is, if you take the extremes of men and women and compare their strength and intelligence, men will always have more strength. Okay? Intelligence, it could be either, depending upon the scenario. Right? Strength wise, mostly men will win. And this one thing, okay, made men of a generation treat women as lesser equals. And then women, being as smart and adaptable as they are, told them, let me show you what I can do in the workplace. And today, families are suffering because men are horrible at nurturing, taking care of families. Women are as good as us in working. So who really suffers now? Children who eat processed foods, fatty foods, sugars. They are on cell phones all the time, TV all the time. So a lie propagated to the family saying that your roles are not equal. One is better, one is lesser. Started in the 1960s, is today screwing with all our health. Because when you're weak, anybody can really control you. You know, it's in order to be good, you need to be strong. You know, if you're strong, you can say, no, I'm not going to do this. If you're weak, you're like a rabbit, right? What else can a rabbit do other than be eaten? Can it fight back? You would walk into the cage of a rabbit and take its babies out, right? Would you do it to a lioness? You know why? Even though she is caged, she is dangerous. So if you're dangerous and you learn how to control your danger, you prevent fights, first of all, because nobody really wants to take a chance when they are not sure that they are going to win, right? And you also create easy solutions, because when somebody sees that a human being, man or woman, has worked on themselves a lot, they want to learn, not fight against. So the idea of weakening the family has completely destroyed health. And that's the reason I have delved so deep into psychological issues also. Because I believe that unless women are told that, oh my God, I'm sorry, you guys were doing such a great job. Today I tell my mom, Amma, nee vel. Mom, if you hadn't quit your job and stayed back, Tamil Nadu wouldn't have had me. There is absolutely no way. She nurtured me. She brought me up. She cooked for me, even though she made a lot of unhealthy stuff, and I was obese as a child, but she was always there. And that made a huge difference in my life. And today that is really missing, because I have a lot of young moms, right? They bring their 8-year-old kids and they tell me, sir, he's watching TV all the time. He's always on his phone. He only likes chips. He only eats sweets. He only eats at KFC. He doesn't eat anything else. It's very difficult for me to tell them that, how does it feel when you look at a mirror? Because children follow you. Wherever you lead, they will go. And this, I feel, is the basis of all fundamental health issues today. That we are all, the mom and the dad, everybody is focused on finance and success. Success for women now is divided, right? It just became harder for women, unfortunately, because men, we are so bad at nurturing, we know we will fail as moms. It's not even a competition. So we're like, okay, let's at least work. But for women, you are so good at being mothers and working. It's a problem for you. So the family suffers.
True, but when we are talking about food and influence of Western culture over India, especially, I have a list of foods where we believe that they are healthy. But I think we are here to talk to you more on that. Is it a myth that it is a healthy food, or is it for fact
Go
that
for it.
yes, we are? So the first one in the list is oats.
Oats. Oats is actually not a superfood or a poison, okay? It's the same family as rice, bajra, jawar and all that. It just grows wildly, okay? The biggest problem with oats is they say there are anti-nutrients in it, okay? Phytic acid. So what are anti-nutrients? Anti-nutrients are basically called anti-nutrients even though they are phytochemicals. Phytochemicals means plants harboring medicinal properties, phytochemicals, okay? Some of these phytochemicals in the past were actually very useful, because when we used to have a purely meat-based diet, we didn't require that much zinc or magnesium or phosphorus or calcium or iron, okay? Because we used to eat a lot of non-veg. At that time, the anti-nutrients in grains were useful to slow down the absorption. Now that we eat a lot of processed foods, anti-nutrients are not actually very beneficial for us. But still, eating 100 grams of oats and then eating the nutrients 3 hours after is absolutely okay. And again, please don't eat oats every day, 14 days a week. Come on. Any food, okay, have it once or twice a week. Have a variety of foods. Have ragi kanji, have palayasoru, have idli with chopped up carrots, onions, and a little extra dal. Make chutneys which have peanuts for protein. Okay? Eat a variety of diet. It's always better.
Good. So the next on list is green tea.
Yeah, green tea is all right. See, green tea has caffeine, and it also has a lot of tannins. Again, tannins are phytochemicals. Phyto means plants, chemicals means you know what. They also reduce absorption of calcium and iron. Okay, but green tea has a great advantage that it also has antioxidants. So basically, antioxidants keep you younger.
So yes, we can have green
Yeah,
tea
you
all
can.
day.
You can, but no added sugar.
No sugar.
And also, if you have green tea and you are having stomach upsets, stop, because it's destroying your gut bacteria.
Cool. So, doctor, also when we talk about dieting and reduction of weight, the general advice people give is whites ella saapradingappa, no whites. Is that true to, avoid all the whites in diet to remain fit?
Whites in the sense, could you
Whites in the
explain?
sense rice, sugar, especially white sugar, salt, all of these.
That would be a very simplistic idea. You know, the world is very complex. We are very complex. Nothing is just black and white. So if you avoid white stuff, you have to avoid egg whites, which is very important for weight loss. You have to avoid apples and a lot of fruits, which the flesh is white. So let's not think like that. So let's just divide it into, let's eat single ingredient foods. Single ingredient foods. Appadina. Now let me ask you a question. What do you think is a single ingredient food? Choice. Cut papaya or chicken nuggets.
Cut papaya.
Why? Because it has only papaya in it. Whereas chicken nuggets has chicken, chicken fat, cartilage, maida, rusk, and hydrogenated oils. So this is a single ingredient food which your brain and your stomach knows how to digest because it's only carbohydrate. Whereas this has carbohydrate, protein, fat in unnatural quantities. And when you take it, chewing time is different. The way it gets absorbed is completely different, as such a ratio doesn't occur in nature at all. So my advice would be, if you're going to lose weight, start eating single ingredient foods. Simple way. In the dish வந்து எனக்கு இது beansனு உங்களுக்கு தெரியல. If you are unable to identify that it is beans on your plate, don't eat it. That's how it's been done for generations there, for ages. People travel. Please travel and see what's happening, okay? 75-year-olds exercising, right? It's very inspiring. And there are a few. Because human beings cannot value happiness unless life is full of suffering. So, marriage is to find meaningful things to do.